my first question, this is a bit like Oprah, apart from the fact I can't see you. Anyway, my first question is, what inspired you to become a doctor?
I didn't start my life that way. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but uh, I I went to become a dentist
Mm,
instead. And although I was able to look after people very well, but I was terribly unhappy that I was not dealing with problems which are much more significant in life than than healthy teeth, which are nice and shiny. And so I moved on into the surgical aspect of dentistry, which is called maxillofacial surgery, and in Germany it's called facial-maxillary surgery. And because I wanted to be doing things which make significant difference to people's life, and in a way also to enjoy the privilege of people trusting me and letting me help them get better, heal. And so I went back to medical school and did medicine. And then I followed the training pathway. I was in Nottingham, and so I did my junior doctor's training and surgical training and general surgery training. But then ended up doing head and neck cancer surgery for a while, and then ear, nose, and throat surgery. And that's the way the path kind of changed. You know what happens in life? You start a journey, but you don't start the journey with a map.
yes.
And if you're really following your passion, you don't need a map.
No.
Your map, it just gets created as you move on. The map forms in front of you. You know, the people appear, the mentor turns up, the jobs happen because you're just following your passion. And that's why a lot of people say that if you really want to do well in terms of what you want to enjoy in your life, just make your passion your purpose. And I think that's what I did, and I'm really loving it because the job I have is amazing. Because people come in themselves and they bring in their tiny little babies. I was looking after 1 day old baby when I was
Oh,
on call last week who had difficulty breathing, and this little boy was just born. The satisfaction of looking after someone, and people trusting you is so amazing. And it's a privilege you don't easily get. So
is
that's how I started, and that was all of it. I wanted to look after other human beings. I wanted to care. I think the feeling that really is very strong in me is the feeling of caring. I think I probably got an ocean of compassion within. So so that's what it was. So the inspiration, I have doctors in the family. I've seen them too, and but it never put me off to say, how little they sleep, how little time they
mm.
have to eat. But to see how the job they do was quite inspiring.
It sounds like you still get a lot of sense of the small miracles of life in your work when you help someone and you see them get better.
I absolutely, you see, life is made of small things. Life is not made of big things. We are always chasing big things, but if you really look at it, it's the tiny little things in life that makes life worthwhile. They say that
Mm.
little grains of sand and little drops of water.
Yes.
That's all it is. We tend to look for the biggest thing around us, but that's not what makes life.
Very true, very true. Do you remember your first day in medical school?
Yes, I do. And we were taken uh, to this very big lecture theatre where our dean came along and said, uh, just remember how privileged you are because no one else will have a job like yours to try and help keep people, make people healthy and keep people alive. and you probably got the best thing ever in terms of finding a job, and you will always have a job. so 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 most people I know still have got their jobs, and GMC has not struck them off. And it was amazing. And the other thing that struck to my mind when they took us to the anatomy lab, and our senior lecturer asked us to stop and take a minute to pay some respect and to these people who had left their most precious thing in life, their body, for us to learn and explore, and so that we could help other human beings. I almost had tears in my eyes. It was
Yes,
the most profound time. So there you go.